Hello everyone, welcome to this online class. In this video we shall discuss about atmosphere. It is very important chapter. So need to learn about atmosphere. First of all, let us understand what is the meaning of the atmosphere, the definition of the atmosphere. The atmosphere is the layer of gases that surrounds the earth. It is held by gravitational force of earth, and it is about 480 kilometer thick and contains all other gases. So you could see that in simple term it is layer of atmosphere. That means it is layer of air, containing air and comprised of the mixture of gases. The width and thickness of the presence of air that is there from the surface of the earth is it is 480 kilometer thick, and beyond that it is reduced and it is becoming lesser and lesser. Introduction. Atmosphere is mainly made up of air which envelops the earth all around and in every directions. Envelops means it is covering the earth all around and in all directions. As we know, we inhale and exhale. We feel the presence of air on earth. We cannot see it, but we feel. There's a few points to remember it. The first one is the lower part of earth is much denser than the upper part. The density of air decreases with height. The density of air decreases with height. Remember about the air, the characteristics of air is that the lower part of the earth is much denser than the upper part. That means the surface of the earth is having more presence of air. It is more dense, and it is the fact that density of air decreases with height. On going towards or on moving towards high places, the air density decreases. The next point is the temperature of the atmosphere also decreases with height at the rate of about 6.4 Celsius per kilometer. So in sense of temperature, the atmosphere temperature decreases with height. When moving towards mountains or high places, the temperature decreases. The pressure differences make the air move. That means if low pressure and high pressure is created, there is movement of air. It moves from an area of high pressure to an area of low pressure. This horizontal movement of air is known as wind. So always the movement of air takes place from high pressure to low pressure. How high pressure and low pressure is created? Low pressure is created when there is so much of temperature, so much of sunlight, and high pressure is created when there is cool temperature. Winds cause changes in weather, and you see that the winds causes changes in weather. Example, when cold winds pass over a place, they lower the temperature of that place. Winds carrying moisture bring rain to a place. So obviously it is a fact that when the cool air moves towards a particular place, that place will be balanced by the cool air, dominated by the cool air. So it will reduce the temperature of that place. And if the winds carrying the moisture, the dark clouds that move, it brings rainfall. Next is composition of atmosphere. As we know that atmosphere is composed of different gases. 78% of gases is present in nitrogen, and 21% is of oxygen, and rest of 1% is of all other gases like carbon dioxide, argon, helium, etc. Air has weight, exerts great pressure on Earth's surface. So you could see that air has weight. It is very heavy and it exerts great pressure. It has the uh, power of creating great pressure on Earth's surface. The atmospheric pressure varies from place to place. There is no uniformity in atmospheric pressure or air pressure. It varies from place to place. How will it vary? Because sunlight is not equal everywhere on the surface of the earth. So the amount of temperature will make different atmospheric pressure. It varies with height. As air near the earth's surface is densest, the air pressure here is also the highest. The air gets thinner as one goes higher. That is why as we climb a mountain, the pressure decreases. The last one is that at the Earth's surface, the pressure is 1.03 kg per square centimeter. That is to say, if you are at the sea level, that one little portion of your body is being pressed down by a weight of 1 kilogram. Let's discuss now the three main factors that atmospheric pressure depends. First one is altitude, second one is temperature, third one is water vapor. Altitude means height from the surface of the earth. How does it? Depends on atmospheric pressure. As one goes up, the pressure of air decreases. Generally speaking, this decrease in pressure is at a rate of 1 centimeter for every 110 meters of ascent. So remember, the atmospheric pressure decreases, air decreases 1 centimeter for every 110 meters of ascent. Hence, pressure decreases at altitude increases. So what will happen? Pressure will decrease when altitude will increase. So on moving towards the hilly areas, pressure will decrease. Next one is temperature. When the temperature rises, it expands. That is, from the surface of the earth, when temperature will rise, it will expand. That is to say, it becomes less dense, exerts less pressure. Example, at the equator, as the area gets direct rays of the sun, temperature is high, giving rise to low pressure. So nearby the equator, due to the high temperature, the area will be creating low pressure. Then in terms of water vapor, how the air pressure reacts or air pressure depends. Air containing water vapor is lighter than dry air. So remember that dry air and the cool air. So air containing water vapor is lighter. The lighter air, that is, which is containing more water vapor than dry air. The more water vapor, the lighter the air. This is because water vapor is in humid air displaces an equal volume of dry air. Had there been no atmosphere, the days would have been very hot and nights be very cold. This would have made life impossible on earth. So if there would have been no atmosphere, the days would have been very hot and nights would have been very cold. Next, let us discuss about the structure of the earth atmosphere. The first one is troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere, and exosphere. You could see the diagram over there. Troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere, exosphere. Let's discuss one by one. First one is troposphere. There are few characteristics features of this troposphere. Remember these points. You could see troposphere means the region of mixing. It is the lowest layer of the atmosphere. It is the lowermost atmosphere layer in which we live, the lower layer. It is the densest layer of the earth. All weather phenomena take place in this layer. Rain, hot, then cold. All the weather phenomena, all the season take place in this layer. The average height of troposphere is 14 kilometers above mean sea level. That means from surface of the earth up to 14 kilometers the space or sky it is present. That is troposphere. Its height varies from place to place and season to season. The height of the troposphere is about 8 kilometers at the poles and about 18 kilometers at the equator. So remember that in the nearby the pole it is 8 kilometers and nearby the equator it is 18 kilometers. The troposphere contains water vapor, pure dry air, gases. Precipitation occurs due to the excessive condensation. Precipitation means rainfall occurs in this layer due to the excessive evaporation and condensation. There is decrease of temperature with increasing altitude in the troposphere at a mean lapse rate of about 6.4 degrees Celsius per kilometer. So, the temperature decreases with increasing height. With 1 kilometer, it will be, that means 1000 meter, it will be decreased 6.4 degrees Celsius. The boundary between troposphere and stratosphere is termed as tropopause. Tropopause is the gap or the boundary between troposphere and the next layer that is beginning, that is stratosphere. Now let us discuss about the stratosphere. The lowermost limit of stratosphere is at tropopause. So from troposphere, the gap between is the tropopause. From there it starts stratosphere. Free of water vapor and dust. No water vapor, no clouds will be seen in this layer and dust is absent. Extends from 15 degree to 15 kilometer to 50 kilometer between 15 degree, 50 degree and 60 degree latitudes. So it extends from 15 to 50 kilometer between 50 degree and 60 degree latitude. That means it is nearby the Arctic Circle and Antarctic Circle. The temperature does not change with altitude in this layer. So temperature as in the lower layer, as we increase it decreases, but in this layer it does not change the temperature. It remains same due to the absence of the clouds. No visible weather phenomena take place in this layer. It is obvious that no visible weather phenomena will be taking in this layer. Cirrus clouds are called the mother of pearl clouds. Beautiful clouds will be able to see when you move travel by flight. Ozonosphere is present in this layer between 20 to 30 kilometers. Between 20 to 30 kilometers, ozone is present. Ozonosphere is present in the second layer. Remember that second layer is stratosphere. In this layer, ozone is present. The third layer is known as mesosphere. This layer lies between from 50 kilometer to 80 kilometer above the Earth's surface, and meteors from space mostly burn up in this layer, creating shooting star. So you could see that meteors, the light that flashes, it burns up in this layer and it creates shooting star. That it happens in this layer between 50 to 80 kilometers from the surface of the Earth. Next is thermosphere or ionosphere. It extends from 80 kilometers to about 450 kilometers. So it is the second last. It is the last, the fourth one. It is the fourth layer that extends from 80 kilometers to about 450 kilometers. Ionization of molecules and atoms occur due to the ultraviolet rays, X-rays, gamma rays. These are the short rays and the long waves that are termed as X-rays and the gamma rays. It is very powerful, which burns the objects. The Temperature increase due to the absorption of short wave solar radiation by the atoms of oxygen. So here in this layer, the temperature increases due to the absorption of short waves. Then ionosphere reflects low frequently radio waves but absorbs medium and high frequency waves. So it is reflecting low frequency radio waves but absorbs medium and high frequency waves. The last one is exosphere. Let's see, this is the outermost layer of the atmosphere. Hydrogen and helium gases are found very less. So you could see the layer of the atmosphere, structure of the layer of the atmosphere. First one is troposphere, 0 kilometer to, that is 12 kilometer or 14 kilometer. That is stratosphere is 15 to 50 kilometer or 12 to 50 kilometer. The mesosphere, that is taken approximate height in kilometer, 50 kilometer, 80 kilometer, then from 80 kilometer to 700 kilometer or 450 kilometer is there. Exosphere means outer space, there beyond 700 kilometer. So thank you for watching this video so patiently.